In Securities and Exchange Commission versus W.J. Howey Company, the United States Supreme Court held that in determining whether a contract, transaction, or scheme is an investment contract, and therefore a security, 4 conditions must be met. First, there must be an investment of money. Second, into a common enterprise. Third, with the expectation of profits. And fourth, solely from the efforts of a third party. But what if the third party's efforts occur before the purchase? Does this mean that the interest falls outside the definition of an investment contract? In Securities and Exchange Commission versus Mutual Benefits Corporation, the 11th Circuit considered this question in a case involving viatical settlement contracts. Mutual Benefits Corporation, or MBC, sold viatical settlement contracts to investors. Specifically, MBC purchased interests in life insurance policies of terminally ill people, continued to pay policy premiums, and sold the interests to investors. Investors then could collect policy benefits upon that person's death. However, if the insured lived longer than expected, the investor would receive a reduced return or lose money. As part of its business, MBC obtained life expectancy evaluations from doctors. In fact, MBC advertised that it had expertise in selecting policies and predicting life expectancy. And though MBC was supposed to perform a life expectancy evaluation prior to closing a settlement with an insured, it often didn't obtain an evaluation from doctors until after closing settlements. Between 1994 and 2004, more than 29,000 investors invested over $1 billion in viatical settlements sold by MBC. However, MBC didn't register the sales with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. Subsequently, the SEC brought an enforcement action against MBC in federal district court, seeking injunctive relief and a temporary restraining order. Specifically, the SEC argued that the interests MBC sold were investment contracts and that MBC violated securities laws by failing to file a registration statement. The court entered a temporary restraining order and, following an evidentiary hearing, concluded that the viatical settlement contracts constituted investment contracts. MBC filed an interlocutory appeal to the 11th Circuit.